Hi guys, so your Monday land training yoga session, RMAP will do a 15-minute flexibility session, like a routine. So I wanted to deliver that for you today, talk you through it, and it's 50 minutes in its total. And then what you can do is you can pop this on top of that lesson plan that we've got for a Monday. So you'll do 15-minute RMAP flexibility routine into your yoga, and then a little relaxation at the end. Okay, so we're going to start on our mat, legs crossed. Okay, and what you need to be feeling is both glutes opened out onto the mat. Okay, so you don't necessarily have to cross these legs really tight like this. Okay, so you could have one slightly further out and one slightly relaxed behind it. Okay, in this position like this, and you can favour your left, so your left can be in front, or you can favour your right with your right on front. So we're going to start with our head first, and I think the most important thing to say is during these stretches what you really need to do is do really big breaths. So in through your nose, out through your mouth. Okay, so you're going to take your right hand and you're going to rest your fingertips of your left on your mat. You're going to make sure you're definitely inclining, yeah? So you're not favouring your chin, your ear is definitely going to your shoulder, and you're just going to gently pull. And you're breathing in and out through your nose, out through your mouth, in through your nose, out through your mouth. Good. And this is really working on your hip mobility as well. So you're not tightening that leg cross position. You've got one in front of the other. So I've got my left in front of my right. And I'm lengthening the opposite shoulder away. Okay, so we're going to tap the floor. And we're going to squeeze the other way. Okay, you can close your eyes if you want. Nice big breath in through your nose, out through your mouth. So this should be a gentle pull, absolutely no strain at all here. So really gentle. Good. And then you're going to go back to the other side, making sure that you are concentrating on keeping the opposite shoulder down. So fingertips on the mat. So this is my second incline on my right. So we're halfway through this first little set. So what I'm going to suggest you do at this time is switch your legs over. So your left goes closer to you and your right goes away. Good. So fingertips on the mat. Second side. So you're really squeezing. It should be quite an intense stretch, but definitely not painful. And this shoulder is pulling itself down to the mat. Good. So you've got twice more. You should feel like you've gained length. So this is our last set, and you should definitely feel that length gain. Good, make sure you're breathing. Doesn't have to be audible. Just make sure you're filling those lungs up nice, in through your nose, out through your mouth. And close your eyes if you like. And those hips should feel really nice and soft now, so you're favouring the other hip. Good, okay, so up to you now. I like to go high knees on this one. So I'm going to relax those feet onto the mat, so those feet are feeling long there, okay? So I'm going to go high knees, opening out our shoulders, and I'm lacing my hands behind me, and I'm just driving those knuckles into the ground. So I'm not pulling them away, I'm driving them into the ground. You can do a slight little head tilt up should you wish. Make sure those feet feel nice and soft. Good. So I'm squeezing, squeezing, opening up my chest, squeezing. So driving those knuckles down. Keep breathing. And relax. Interlacing, pulling back. Good. Now you could be doing this cross-legged if you like, if you don't like that pressure on those knees, cross-legged. Or you could be doing this sat down on your heels like a child's pose. Or if you have one knee more painful than the other, you can slightly raise it. Still the same opening of the chest. But I think 2 knees is favourable because your hips will stay nice and square. And relax. Good. Let's do one more. Interlacing, driving those knuckles down past your bum into the ground. Keep these feet nice and relaxed. Opening your chest, lift your gaze if you want to. And relax. Good. Okay, downward child's pose. So you've got your toes together. You're going to open your knees so they're resting. They're still on the mat, just about on the mat. Okay, slowly walking forwards with your hands. Elbows first, and then you're going to rest that forehead on the mat, and those arms are going to lengthen forwards. Good. So I'm quite stiff in my quads, but your bottom should be aimed to be resting on your feet, okay? Keep breathing so nice in through your nose, out through your mouth. Good. Again, if this full flexion of this knees is not suited to your body, please do this standing up against the wall. So nice extended child's pose here. So we're really opening up our shoulders in this position. Good. Slowly walk up. So you're walking up again. So this time, you're going to take your bottom high. You're going to do exactly the same position, but you're going to leave your bottom high. So you're going to lengthen this stretch even further. So my hands are further away. Keep that bottom high, forehead on the mat, and just lengthening a little bit further. So you're flaring your ribs. And you're trying to open that rib cage. So it's pushing down onto your mat. Toes are still in the position, bottom high. Keep breathing, nice deep breath. So from here, you are keeping your bottom part of your body in position. You're going to take your right hand in. So it's next to where your forehead is left, okay? And you're stretching your left arm out. It needs to be completely horizontal in line with your shoulders, and you're resting on your cheekbone. Good. So opening out. Looking towards your fingertips. Keep breathing. So those toes are still together, those knees are still open. It should be really nice for the bottom of your spine as well as opening out those shoulders. Good, okay, we're going to reverse it. So flat hand and reaching out that right shoulder. So right hand out, and we're resting my left cheek, looking at my right. So make sure that arm is horizontal. You've got a little bit of weight on your left hand. breathing, you should feel a lovely, lovely stretch along the front of your pecs. Good. We'll do this twice more. So I'm replacing that hand. Make sure you always come back to like a neutral position so you know you are square, yeah? So my hands are completely equidistant in a horizontal kind of mode. So I'm going to gently soften, rest, and stretch across. Good. Your feet should be really soft, and your bottom should be high. Your lower spine should be really, really soft. So you're opening out your hips as well, and you're softening the lower back. Keep breathing, it's so important. Keep breathing. Good. Okay, last stretch. Here we go. Back to centre, back to neutral. Okay. Resting that cheek and lengthen out. Well done. One more big breath in this position. Good. Okay, well done. Okay, so you're going to bring those knees in. We're just going to do some cat-cows. Make sure your arms are definitely under your shoulders. So squeezing in. This is our cat. Make sure those toes are not turning in like this. So your toes are going to be really long and straight. So trying to do a direct line from your knee all the way to your toe. So here I am, back in. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze your tummy, tummy. And releasing out. Good. And squeeze. Try to lengthen your neck on the cow position. So the shoulders should not be driving up to your ears. Yeah, so you're lengthening your neck out. Good. We're going to do one more in this position. Squeeze. Really, really, really extending your spine. Long, long lengthen. Good. From here, we're going to go gently onto the mat. So you're extending your feet behind you. Good. Elbows are in. Toes are joined together. You're going to fire those glutes. And we're going to do little cobra, just a mini cobra. Yeah. So I really like to stretch my feet because I feel that my glutes are fired and I'm stretching my toes and I'm driving my toes off the mat. Okay, so in this position here, while you've still got those glutes flared, you're going to have a little look to the left. Good. And a little look to the right. So we've got lovely rotation there. And keep strong to the left. And a little look to the right. Good. And centre up. And then relax, rest that forehead on the mat. You can soften up here. I naturally go to a pronation of my ankles and turn my feet in, sadly. Okay, from here, slowly up, upward dog. Here we are. So be careful with those hypermobility gang of mine. Your little elbows, yeah? Careful. And you're just gonna weight bear from hand to hand. And you should feel like a massage in the bottom of your spine. Yeah, so lower back. So a nice curve there. And you should feel a massage. And then we're going to hold the pose. Flare the glutes. We'll do the same again. So we're going to look to the left. Good. We're going to look to the right. And we'll look to the left. And we'll look to the right. Spine straight ahead. Keep those elbows in, and we're going to slowly press down. Good. Forehead to the mat. Curl your toes. Downward dog. Here we go. So those hands, when you get to an upside down position, you might have to figure this out for yourself. These heels will not hit the mat, and it doesn't matter. Yeah, it's work in progress. Mine don't hit the mat, and I'm padding it out. Let's do it together. Here we go. So up we go. So I'm padding out my heels. Yeah, padding them out. I'm trying not to have too much pressure in my shoulders. Yeah, keep breathing. Yeah, padding out. Keep padding. Good. Good. From here, we're going to put the feet together. We're going to go into a nice plank. Drive forwards on the balls of those feet. And then we're going to be strong together and press down. Good. Toes under. Nice, relax. Okay, let's do that again. Tough. Toes under. Downward dog. Here we go. And padding out. Lengthening those hamstrings. Flexibility is the key. Yeah. This should feel light in your hands. So not too much pressure. Okay, good. Toes together. Big toes together. Here we go. High plank. Drive forwards on the balls of those feet. And slowly down. Good. Well done. That's excellent. Okay, we're flipping onto our back. So you're onto your back. Knees into your chest. Good. Take one knee first. Second knee. Yeah. And you're just literally cradling your kneecaps. So you should have a lovely curve in the bottom of your spine for a more intense stretch. Nose to knee. And breathe. Good. Really pull those knees in. Make sure those toes are together and they're not twisted. Yep, so toes together, not one on top of the other. Good, slowly down. Well done. Okay, those legs are going to go into a bridge position now. So those feet are in bridge. So you're going to take your left foot and you're going to take it off your mat so it's moved to the outside of your mat. Okay? Then I'm taking my right leg and popping it across, so I'm opening up that hip there. Good. Then I'm going to grab my right knee and I'm pulling it towards the opposite shoulder. So I'm pulling my right knee towards my left shoulder. Okay. So I'm going to pull. So we're getting a nice hip flexor crunch and really, really lengthening out that glute. Now you're going to push your knee into your hands, but you're going to hold your knee towards you. Yeah. So you're pushing and pushing and pushing, but you're pulling and pulling with your hands. Hold it there for another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. So we'll lengthen it away now, okay? So here it comes, pulling it towards you, and then push away with your knee. Push. Push hard. Pushing that knee away. You're feeling a gorgeous stretch in your glute, I hope. Your right glute, your leg that's crossed over, your right leg crossed over. Nice big stretch on that glute. Push, 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 push. And relax. Good. Last one. Here we go. I'm pulling that right knee to my left shoulder, and now I'm going to drive away with that knee. Go, push. Push. Your calf may feel tight now. Don't worry. And relax, good. Have a nice pull in. Well done. That's lengthened that glute. Okay, now we're back to basic bridge position. So you know your knees are parallel over your toes. Then you're going to open out that right leg. So we've opened out our right leg now. And then we're going to cross that knee over the top. And I'm holding my left knee and I'm pulling it to my right shoulder. I have so much more flexibility on my left glute. It's crazy. Okay, right, so this is driving into this hand and push. Good. So I'm pushing my knee away and pulling my hands towards the opposite shoulder. And relax. So see how much you've gained. Good, drive away, go. Push. So really, really lengthening out those glutes. And relax. Good. Last one. And push, go. Cradle that kneecap, but pull it towards you. Be strong, be strong. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Last pull. Excellent, well done. Okay, so we go to sumo now. So you're going to do sumo squat. So you have your hands on the floor. Yeah, hands on the floor. Heels, draw a line. Hands on the floor. So this is the lowest squat you can do. And with these elbows, if you feel comfortable in this position, some of you might be like, what the hell? Which is fine. If you feel comfortable in this position and you want to give yourself a little more, these elbows, they can push into these legs and open up your hips. Yeah? So a little bit like we did when we did our glute stretch. So my elbows are working against my legs. It's got a nice sumo squat here. So opening out those inner thighs. Good. Okay, well done. Okay, so let's do some nice lengthening here. So I've now got my left leg in front. Good. Lengthening. Move that left leg a little bit towards the back of the mat. And I'm popping my elbows on the floor here. So we'll do it just with elbows to start off with. So I've moved that back leg a further bit away, so I've made room for my elbows. Yeah? So those hands are on the floor. Elbows, hands. Good, we're going to breathe in this position. You're also visiting that glute again, which is nice. Okay, good. So we're just going to keep it like that stretch for the first side. And then the second side we will lengthen out. Okay, we're going to cats now. So here we go, knees drawing a line again. Weight on your hands, so inner thighs. Hip mobility, good. So you can stick that booty out a bit. And make sure you're weight bearing on your hands, not your knees. So if you're Caitlin, you'll probably be in this position. Yeah, on that sore knee. Everyone else, back to here. Good, weight on your hands. Good, so we're just going to switch it up to the other side now. So you're going to come out of that stretch and you're going to do exactly the same stretch on the other leg. So now I've got my right leg back. I'm just going to walk it a tiny bit towards the back of the mat, so I'm giving room for my hands. Elbows, hopefully. If it's just hands, if you're here, who cares? If you're here, congrats. But we've all got our own little journey, so you do you. Yeah. Good. So this knee can open out a little bit back. You don't have to keep it driving up to the ceiling. It can open out. Mine will, because I've got really hyper flexible hips. But it's okay. Okay, good. Let's meet back in the middle. So those knees. Weight on those hands. Good. So you're opening that hip socket. Good. Well done. We're nearly there, and you've done great. Okay, so we're going to go back to the first side. If you want more, here we go. So that left leg is driving. Hi, Beetle. That left leg is going to the back of the mat here. I've still got my elbows. So now I'm going to add ball of the foot. So I'm lengthening that leg away. Lengthen, 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 lengthen. Nice strong core. You might get a nice little quad stretch here on the front. I can feel it. You'll take 2 more nice long breaths. Good. Then safely replace that knee, so that knee is being replaced. Up we go. So you really need to be careful moving from position to position, yeah? I always say come back to centre, or neutral, yeah? So you've always got to come back to that starting position. That's where your body feels the most safest. Yeah? Okay, good. So going back onto the last side. So here I am, I have my knee on the mat. I'm going to open out that right leg, yeah? So I'm going hands to elbows, to ball of the foot, and lengthen. If you're not ready to lengthen here, that is not a big deal, yeah? Each to their own. And whatever you're doing, as if you're doing this, you're gaining, yeah? So, well done. Okay, 2 nice long breaths. Okay, safely out. So knee, ball, up we go. Good, well done. So from here, I'm going back into cat. I'm gonna get my weight on my hands and I'm gonna jump into sumo. Good, so heels on the floor. See if you can get those palms on the floor now. We're gonna do some nice little hamstrings. Now, in this position here, if you only get to soft knees, it's not a big deal, yeah? But I'd like you to keep those hands planted on the mat. So up we go. And down to sumo. Now my knees naturally rotate, well my leg, and it go from my heels. So I'm in like a turned out position here, and then when I go upside down, I naturally rotate to a parallel. And then down we go. Like you might stay in a turned out position with your feet, and that's absolutely fine. Okay, up we go again. And down. Good. So wherever your hamstrings are in this stretch, think lengthen. Here we go. Well done. You might want to rock like I do in this position, because it feels like I can give my hips a little bit of a workout in here as well. Okay, we're going to do 2 more. Here we go, up. And down. Good. Last one. This time you're going to stay in an upward position. Stay there. Good. And then you're slowly going to stand. So you're going to keep your chin on your chest. So now your pelvis is neutral. And you are stood. Hooray! Can you see my head? I think you can. Well done, guys. So I hope you feel nice and stretched so you can go into your lesson plan for yoga now. Okay, good job. Wow, we were 30 minutes. It's a 30-minute stretch. Good job. Bye.